was like, listen, at this point, I'll rather die on the stage. Like, let's just leave everything. I'm not going to any hospital. I'll be fine, right? And I was like, what is going on? Like, of all days, of all the days in the whole world, I decided to have this issue on the day of the prelims. After everything I've passed through, you want to tell me that I cannot walk the show? No, I'm walking that show. So I finally made it. So the next day, the prelims day, the morning of the prelims, I decided to get sick again. My sickness was so bad that my asthma pump was not even working anymore. I was like, okay, just breathe in, breathe out. This is the day that we've been waiting for. We're not gonna let anything stop us now. So I didn't tell anybody. I was like, I'm not gonna let anybody know that I can't breathe properly. I'm not gonna let anybody know what I'm feeling. I'm just gonna dive right in. Let's go. We get to the arena and I'm okay. I'm like, okay, let me eat a little bit. Maybe that will make me feel better. Everything. Then I think 2 hours after breakfast and everything, I don't know, like my lungs were really closing up so badly, and I could like feel that I'm even struggling to like gasp for air. Like, you know, I was like, you know, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. And then I spoke to my chaperone. Then my chaperone took me to the doctor again, and then they did all their checkings and everything, and then they were like, sorry girl, like you're not okay, like you're just not okay, and you have to go to the hospital now, right? And I was like, okay, like let's go, like, you know, let me, you know, figure out what is happening so I can come back and continue with the show. Now the paramedics are speaking to my chaperone and everything, and I'm like so worried. I'm like, what's going on, like, you know? And then my chaperone came to me and she was like, they basically said that you must choose to either walk or to go to the hospital. And if you go to the hospital, obviously you're gonna have to miss out the prelim show. I was like, huh? Huh? You say what? No. Like, I did not hear you properly. And she was like, yeah, so the choice is up to you. You decide if you want to go. We can go now to the hospital, or you can decide to not go and then, you know, prepare for the prelims. I was like, listen, at this point, I'll rather die on the stage. Like, let's just leave everything. I'm not going to any hospital. I'll be fine, right? And I was like, what is going on? Like, of all days, of all the days in the whole world, I decided to have this issue on the day of the prelims. After everything I've passed through, you want to tell me that I cannot walk the show? No, I'm walking that show. Like, everything happened so quickly, and I don't think like that moment even sunk in, because I was like, what's going on? Like, you know, everything was just like going bah, 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 you know? So we did the intro. I was happy with the intro. Then we did the top 30, right? I was even expecting my name to come like right at the end, you know, right at the end. And when they called Nigeria, I was so happy, because I was like, okay, I knew I was going to make top 30, because I could feel it in my heart. I was like, top 30. Then we had to change for the swimwear, because only the 30 girls do the swimwear. Then when we did the swimwear, tell me why I forgot my routine again. I forgot my routine again, but you know, once again, I still did really well. After that, we had to now line up for them to announce the top 12. Like I said again, I had no expectations whatsoever of me being in the top 12. So I was like, I'm okay, I'm happy. And I'm standing there like, oh my god, like I'm so tired. I was genuinely so tired. And I'm standing there and they say Nigeria, and I'm like what? Me? Top 12? Like, are you kidding me? Like I was, that was me. That was me. I was so happy, but I was like also, I couldn't talk, I couldn't say anything. I was just like, are you actually kidding me? Like, this is happening. And I was so happy though. I was so happy because I was like, yes, I get to wear my evening gown and I get to have that individual walk that I've been looking for. So I was like, let's go. Then we had to line up for the evening gown and everything, and I think in that moment my emotions actually started coming in play, because I was like, I don't know if I should speak my mind or not. Okay, no, let's leave it. But a lot was going on in that moment, and you know, like I said, I did not expect to get that far. So for me, it was like a good job, you know, type of thing. And then I walked, right? And I was like, oh my word, this is happening. Like, I can't believe it. Like, this is happening. And then I tripped. I was like, yay, yay. You cannot do that to me. But overall, I was really happy that I got to make the top 12. And again, I had no expectations whatsoever for me to even make the top 5. So I wasn't even like bothered, like at all. So I was just like, top 12, I'm good, you know. And then we now stand in the lining position for the announcement of the top 5. And I was called first. What? Like, I literally remember my expression. I was like, it wasn't that, but it wasn't that, but I was like, huh? Me? Are you serious? Are you joking? Like, come on now. Like, you see, even now I still don't have the words to express that feeling, because I was like, wow, I really doubted myself. I really underestimated myself. I really downplayed myself, because I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I didn't even have that chance at all. Like, I was like, you just can't. Like, there was so many girls that I felt like, oh my word, she's so beautiful, you know, she's got a brilliant walk, she's like this, she's like that, you know. I wasn't comparing myself in an unhealthy manner, you know. You still get healthy competition and you get unhealthy competition. I was still doing it in a healthy manner, because at the end of the day, it was a competition, you know. But I was like looking around me and I was like, oh my word, these girls are so beautiful. Like, you know, she could be a winner, she could be a first runner up, she could be this, she could be this, you know. So I had no, you know, expectations whatsoever that I would even make the top 5. So like, me making the top 5 was like, thank you, Lord. Even that moment, I really didn't mind if I did not win. I was just really happy that I had one of the highest placements that Nigeria has ever had, you know. So I felt like I fulfilled what I wanted in my heart. Remember where I said I just really wanted to make Nigeria happy and proud, but not only Nigeria but Africans in general, because, you know, everyone really supported me. So this win was very, very personal, you know. So not only personal, sorry. So I was like, okay, I'm content here, like I'm happy, like what more, you know. And the interview rounds, like I said, interview rounds is not something that I'm always scared about. However, this interview round, I was very scared. I was very anxious because I didn't prepare. I had no anticipation that I was going to even make it this far whatsoever. Even when we were doing rehearsals, right, I did not pay attention to the top 5 and top 12 and everything. So I was like, what do I do? Like, what is happening? You know, I didn't think I'd get that far, so I wasn't like mentally prepared. Yeah. So again, the fact that I was called first even made matters worse because I had to answer questions first. So they called me up for my first question, and I was like, oh my word, my heart was like going ba 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 ba. I was so nervous. And then I got my first question, and they asked me, what do I think is most important, being liked or being respected? First thing, I did not hear the question to start with, so I was like, say what? And then he repeated the question again, but then again I still did not hear the question. The only thing I heard in the question was respect. So I was like, you just speak on respect, you know? Yeah, so I said what I said. I'm happy with my answer. If I could add anything to my answer, I would have just basically said I obviously still prefer being respected than liked, because respect is reciprocal, you know, and most of the times in this day and age we only respect people because of the status that they carry or the value that they hold in certain people's lives. And I don't think that that's how we need to sort of place respect. We need to respect one another regardless of age, regardless of status, regardless of value. Yeah, I would have said something along those lines, but it could have been a little bit more powerful, you know. I could have still said that. Yeah, but I wasn't really too disappointed with my answer. And then yeah, so after that I started hearing the rest of the girls' answers, and I was like, yo, okay, you need to pull up your socks for the next question round, you know. So the next question round came, and again I was so anxious because I was like, why me? Like, I just started, now I have to start again, you know. But it's always showtime. So I went for the final question, and what did they ask? Oh guys, I want to cry. So they asked okay, I can't remember exactly word for word what they asked, but it was something along the line of Miss Universe inspires many people for generations. What is the something, I think, advice that you would give to people or something like that, somewhere along those lines. I was really happy again with my answer. However, after answering my question and I went back and I stood, I was so heartbroken. Like, I've never been heartbroken like this in my life, because what I wanted to say was something so different. You know, when I processed the question properly, this is actually what I wanted to say. So, Demi Lee is someone that has inspired me to want to actually walk the Miss Universe stage, and today I stand here to inspire others. There's a quote that I stand and live by that says, the question is not who's going to let me, it's who's going to stop me. So my advice to people is, don't only look for inspiration, but be that inspiration. Thank you. That's what I wanted to say. That's actually what I wanted to say, you know, now that I'm thinking, you know, of the question that they asked. It's still a good answer. Well, both answers are good, because I actually said something really great, and I was crowned Miss Africa, so I was still happy with what I said, but I just felt like I could have added that little bit in my answer. But yeah, my answer got me to the top 2, baby. My answer got me to the top 2, and again, actually, let me get back into that moment, right? I remember when I had to line up again, you know, for Shanice's final walk and everything, and I was like, I cannot believe that I'm still standing here, you know. So in my head I was like, okay, they're gonna call me out to be the 4th runner-up, and then they called the 4th runner-up and it wasn't me, and I was like okay, you know when you feel like you've dodged a bullet, that's how I felt. And I was like, oh my word. And then they called the 3rd runner-up and it wasn't me, and I was like I almost cried, and I was like, okay, calm down. Then they called the 2nd runner-up and it's not me. I was like, whoa, what is happening here? Now it's just Denmark, Mexico, Nigeria, and we're holding hands, and I'm just like, yeah, like there's no way, like these girls are super strong, you know, like how will I ever make it? And they called Mexico. I couldn't hold my tears back in. My tears literally just came out. They were just like, like I couldn't even stop myself until, like, you know, Denmark actually came and she held my hand and she was like, oh my god, we did it. And I was like, okay, like I can't be crying now. I'm supposed to be happy, you know. I'm supposed to be enjoying this moment, but I'm here crying, and I'm like I'm crying, but I'm smiling because I'm like, I don't want people to know that I'm crying. So it was a very touching moment for me because I was like, I made it this far? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I felt like someone had to be like, wake up. And then it got to the moment where it was just me and Denmark, and I felt like it actually went so quick. I actually thought the suspense would be a little bit longer. But it was just me and Denmark, and we were holding hands, and in that moment I was like, I got this far. And to be the only African country, like I did not even like see that at all. Like I was so stunned, like literally. And then they called Denmark, so I was the first runner-up, Miss Universe 2024. So I'm so proud of myself. Like I'm really proud, like so proud. Like I got that far. Like who would have thought? I was actually the dark horse, like, you know. They didn't see me coming. Yeah, I don't think anybody, for that matter of fact, actually saw that coming. Even me myself, I did not see that coming. And I'm actually going to show you my list of my top 30, my top 12, my top 5 and everything. And yeah, that's just how my Miss Universe journey was. I'm so grateful, and I'm so happy that I managed to get that far after everything that has happened. I wouldn't have done anything different, and I'm so grateful because I achieved that dream that I wanted to achieve, and that was to walk the Miss Universe stage, and I did it. So if I can do it, you can do it too.
So Queen CHIDIMMA VANESSA Adetshina just revealed or explained whatever her road to Miss Universe final camp. I mean, she now has a YouTube channel. If you want to follow her, you can just go to CHIDIMMA Adetshina on YouTube. That's the name of her YouTube channel. So to me, there are some certain things I feel that, yes, I'm glad that there are some certain things she said she was not going to say in the video. And even further videos she's going to make, I wouldn't want her to say some certain things which will open her up to more criticism and more, you know, mockings from South Africans. Yes, she said that there are some things she felt she should have said at that final stage when the questions were thrown to her that she did not say. But that didn't actually matter to me, because Victoria from Denmark's answers were not even better than hers. In fact, I went online, I've both Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, so many other social media platforms. I checked, comments from not Africans, because not people from Africa, because I know that every Nigerian, every African will support whatever thing she has done. But I'm seeing people from Jamaica, Philippines, Argentina, many other countries attesting to the fact that she gave the best answer at that final stage. But what you must understand is Miss Universe competition or any pageantry show is a business. So the organizers decide who they want to crown the Miss Universe. Yes, there are procedures, rules, and all of that. Procedures they do follow, but in the end, they are the ones to choose who will be crowned Miss Universe, and that is done when they have selected their final round, from round 30 to round 12. From round 12, they will already pick, or in fact, from round 30, they will already pick who they want to crown Miss Universe. So that to me, that is what I understand, because there's nothing you will tell me she gave the best answer at that final stage, more than Denmark, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and all of them, Thailand as well. Her answer was the best among all the answers given by the top 5 delegates at that Miss Universe final stage. But to me, I don't think it's necessary for her to say, okay, she should have said this is what she should have said. The answer she provided was valid, and is what the question is the answer to the question that was asked. So I'm glad that yes, she's got a YouTube channel where some of the certain questions will be asking, some of the things you need, you might be getting it from her YouTube channel. But I will, if she is going to watch this video, I will suggest that some of those things she knows that she's going to say or review that will open her up for another criticism and all those spiting online. She shouldn't just say it, because we love her as Miss Universe first runner-up and Miss Universe Africa and OCEANIA. So to her, she said she wanted to make it to top 30. From top 30, she's the number, like I said before, the second most beautiful woman in the universe. So she has got it, she's read it, and we just like her the way she is. I would even we don't bother whether she gave. To me, I'm not just me, many people are admitting to the fact that she gave the best answer among others. Now, here was a woman who, at the Miss Universe in Mexico, a lot of South Africans wrote petition for her to be disqualified, and Miss Universe threw that petition away. A lot of things were going against her. She was sick, down, ill, and she was given 2 options: either to go to the hospital or walk down the stage. She walked down the stage with underlying illness, and she was able to beat that illness. She cheated that illness, and here she's Miss Universe first runner-up. Imagine if she had gone to the hospital, she wouldn't be Miss Universe first runner-up today. She wouldn't even be Miss Universe Africa and OCEANIA. So I'm glad that she achieved the feat, and she's the Miss Universe representative in the whole of Africa. So to me, she has done what no other Nigerian lady had done at this particular Miss Universe pageantry show. We've never been placed in top 30 before. We've never been placed in top 5 before. We've never been placed in top 2 before, and she just achieved it. And there has never been any time we have Miss Universe Africa and OCEANIA, and she's the one. So that's so much. We didn't even expect this much, and she got us this much. So to me, I think she should just focus on telling us, revealing to us her plans, how she's going to do her work, carry on her assignment as Miss Universe Nigeria, first runner-up Miss Universe Africa and OCEANIA. The journeys, the schedules, how she'll be traveling with the Miss Universe team to Miami and many other places. They are traveling to more than 35 countries, in their 1 year of reign. So that's That's to me what a lot of people have been asking, because I see a lot of South Africans saying, where is her Miami apartment that she has got as Miss Universe first runner-up? Where is her crown as Miss Universe Africa and OCEANIA? They ask all those baseless questions. So all these are questions that I've received quite a good number of time, and I know that since her YouTube channel has been launched, all these and more will be made known.